Well, look who you bumped into at the NBA Summer League. Three-time NBL champion, two-time MVP, NBA, Aussie Boomers, and of course, in the Basketball Australia Hall of Fame, Chris Anstey, mate. Good to see you, and congrats on the Hall of Fame.
Thank you. It was a wonderful afternoon. It's a great honour. It feels weird, especially when you have a look at some of the other people in there. It wasn't my intention to get in there, and I don't think many people would say that they saw that coming when I started. So it was nice for the family, nice to have all of my kids in town and available to come, so it was nice to share that with them.
Just got in last night, first day for you at the event today. It feels like every second step you know somebody here.
There have been a few. You know what, during lockdown we came up with a bit of a business plan with our events and our tours, and we need to lock them away and do them right. So we're starting to, as you say, I know a few people. It's nice to connect with some of them who are going to help us out, and you know, you never know what you're going to need from them, but the one thing you do know, there's certainly a lot of interest in the NBL, in Australian basketball. I've already gotten questions from a whole bunch of different clubs about various players, and it's been fascinating to watch how they do here, but also who they're asking after back home.
Well, one of the people everybody asks about back home is Josh Giddey. You sat down and watched him close up today. How fun is it just to watch him play ball? It's
great, and I wrote today that I couldn't believe how much negativity there was towards him playing here. We all know he had a great year, but he's 19 years old. He hasn't played in 5 months, and he wants to be with his teammates. I think that's fantastic, and you know, every time he and Chet come in and out of the game together, clearly they're looking at how they're going to grow their relationship on the court and off it. It's just still astounds me. Yeah, there are people here that are saying he's too good for Summer League. I mean, he's a 19-year-old kid who 3 years ago wasn't even on the NBA radar. So it's a lot of fun watching him.
I do feel like he's too good for Summer League, but I also know last year he lasted about 3 minutes and then he got hurt, and he'd never really had that kind of Vegas Summer League experience. And like you say, getting used to playing with Chet and the like can only help. What about some of the other guys? He kept tabs on what Luke Travers, Jack White have done over the first couple of days.
Don't think we're going to see Jack back in Australia. He's done extraordinarily well. You know, 15 rebounds in 20 minutes out of the 3 spot is, you know, that opens some eyes and has people asking a lot of questions. And you know, whether it's Denver or someone else, it's hard to see him coming back. Luke Travers has been fantastic. He's done exactly what he does in the NBL here, and he's one of those guys that his game translates. Yeah, right for all of them.
As an Australian basketball legend and great, and really a trailblazer in terms of the connection between Aussies and the NBA, what does it feel like for you seeing all these Aussies, not just the ones that are already entrenched playing in the NBA, but all the guys that are well and truly on the fringe representing here?
It's great to see their transition from the NBL and understand. I think the biggest learning I had when I set foot into the NBA was how quick and athletic and how big everyone was, and what you get away with doing in Australia you don't get away with here now. There's a lot more international competition available to those players now, but seeing them adjust, seeing them enjoy this experience. I mean, for me it was the pyramid at Long Beach State in Southern California where I went from mine. This is a whole different thing, but look, I enjoy that. But as much as anything, you mentioned it, just reconnecting and catching up, not even business-wise, but just seeing some heads I haven't seen in a long time. And you know, we're going to this Australian party there are so many Aussies here in Vegas. We're having a party. I mean, that just tells you where we're going or where we're at.
And you bet your good mate Sammy Mack, GM of basketball for the Bullets, is waiting for us to wrap up. Has he signed any of his imports today?
His budget's not as big as some other teams, so he's not quite at the top level. But it's been fun watching and chatting about a few with him, and he's doing a really, really good job. It's funny. What I will say publicly is there's a bit of criticism levelled around the Bullets about their retention of players and who they bring in. But I'll tell you what, he's got a good eye for it, and you know, there's a lot of players at this stage are asking for a lot of money, and you know, you'd rather get the right guy late than the wrong guy now. So it's been fascinating.
Awesome, mate. Good to chat.
Thanks, Liam.
Let's go to the party.
We'll see you there.
Yes, sir.